Let's be honest, most sales proposals suck. They're full of product features, an about us page that no one reads, a slide with a lot of logos, and a pricing table slapped at the end. No story, no insight, no value. And that's why they get ignored. But in this video, I'll show you how to build a proposal that gets signed. Using the Vision framework, we're going to walk through a real-world example of a manufacturing company that's thinking about switching from Salesforce to HubSpot. This framework is how you go from talking about your product to selling real impact. So let's jump in. So, a quick reminder. Vision stands for V, vision, where the customer wants to go. I, issues, what's holding them back. S, solutions, the right approach. I, impact, the measurable business case. O, objections, stand for how to de-risk the decision. And N are the next steps, a clear path forward. This framework is very simple, and I will show you how this works inside a proposal that I built for a manufacturing company considering a switch to HubSpot from Salesforce. So let's start with vision. That means understanding the client's strategic direction. In this case, the company wants to be more agile, more customer-centric, able to respond faster to market demands, and be less reliant on IT. And finally, be able to unify marketing and sales. And in order to get that, you could ask a question like, if you could wave a magic wand, what would success look like 3 years from now? Asking this question helps you to unlock the buyer's aspirations and not just their checklist or their to-do list. If your proposal does not open with their vision, you already lost their attention. Let's go to the next part, issues. So here's where we diagnose what's keeping them from reaching their vision. It's not just surface level pain, but root causes. For this client, it was a low CRM adoption. Only 40% of their reps were using Salesforce. Siloed system between marketing and sales. Long wait time to make simple changes because of IT involvement. A report that took hours to build. And an overpriced system that felt over-engineered. And to get to those findings, you could ask a question like, if these issues continue for 12 months, what's at risk? Doing that helps to shift the conversation from a new tool to an urgent business problem. But this needs to be solved, so let's talk about solutions. But not by showing a product demo. Instead, you can walk through 3 options. The first one is do nothing and stay on Salesforce. Option 2 is add more tools and patch it together. And option 3 is to migrate to HubSpot for simplicity and alignment. And that's something you could say is like, here's why we recommend option 3 because it directly solves the issue we uncovered and aligned with your strategic vision. And that's how you sell with context, not slides. Next, we need to show the money. So let's talk about the impact. This is where you show them the money. We quantify what success looks like. CRM adoption would go from 40% to 85%. Sales cycle would drop from 90 days to around 70 days. And lead conversion improves by up to 50%. Doing that, the company would save between $50,000 and $75,000 annually in technical cost. And you can break this down into financial impact, operational impact, and strategic impact. And then when you look at that, you could say which of these outcomes would be most valuable to your business right now. Asking this question helps you to target how to build a business case around. Is it operational, financial, or strategic? A key point of the vision framework is to be proactive with objection. And when presenting that, you could discuss the potential objections that it will have. Let's go into it. So you could say something like, you're probably wondering about migration complexity, functionality gaps, user adoption, reporting. So let's talk about those. And then you can proactively explain, there's a 4-week migration plan, and 90% of the Salesforce workflows can be replicated in HubSpot. You can talk about the training plan that includes onboarding, adoption support, self-serve learning, and also that reporting dashboards are pre-built to match what they need. Doing that and being very proactive about all those points shows that you've been there before. You're not reacting, you are leading and showing them the path forward. Which ties perfectly into the next steps. And that's where you close. The next steps are really well the deals either move forward or die in, well, get back to you. In this case, let's say you have a 3-phase roadmap. Phase 1, decision. You align the stakeholder and do a tech review. Phase 2, you talk about implementation, data migration, training, go live. And phase 3, value realization. How do you track KPI over 90 days? And when you present this plan, you say, okay, what would happen for you to move forward with confidence? And not what do you think, and not Let me know what you think. Just confidence, movement, and action. So let's wrap up. Vision is how you turn a boring, ignored proposal into a business case that gets signed. You start with vision. You uncover the issues. You prescribe solutions. You quantify the impact. You address objections. And you define clear next steps. 6 simple steps that make it very compelling. You stop selling and you start consulting, and that works. So here's your challenge. Take your last proposal, strip out the fluff, and rebuild it using vision. Let me know in the comments which letter of the framework you think has the biggest impact on your business. And if you want the full template of this deck, there will be a link in the description. Like, subscribe, and drop vision in the comments. And remember, in B2B sales, the rep who understands the business best wins the business. I'll see you in the next one, and thanks for being there. Take care.